Travel bloggers who face 10 years in an Iranian jail. The British woman and her boyfriend, who have 19,000 Instagram followers and were arrested for flying drone near Tehran. Building designer Jolie King and her lover Mark Firkin have been detained. Pair are thought to have been arrested flying drone near Tehran without license. Family of the couple have said that the whole situation is a misunderstanding. Couple walked away from their 9-to-5 grind to travel overland across the world. Began from their humble little home in Western Australia to end in London. Do you know more? Contact our reporters on tips at dailymail.com by Terry Ann Williams for Mail Online and Daniel Piotrowski for Daily Mail Australia. Published 048 British Summer Time, the 12th of September 2019. Updated 4:02 British Summer Time, the 12th of September 2019. The identities of a British-Australian blogger and her lover, who are facing 10 years in an Iranian jail for flying a drone without permission, have been revealed. Jolie King and Australian construction manager Mark Firkin were arrested in July after they were caught operating the drone near Tehran with a license. The pair, who have 19,000 followers on Instagram, had previously walked away from their 9-to-5 grind in order to travel the world together. Now the couple's families say the whole situation is a misunderstanding, and that they were unaware of the strict drone laws employed by the country. The couple, pictured above, enjoy sharing the travels on Instagram to the follower. The couple, pictured above in Gilgit-Baltistan, were said to have been arrested in July. The travel bloggers attracted many followers for the posts, including this one of B.A.C. King in Sumbawa, NUSA Tenggara Barat, Indonesia. Left, and Goa Ranko Flores, right. Persian language broadcaster Monato TV revealed the names of the bloggers on Twitter overnight, despite diplomatic efforts to keep them under wraps. A source told The Times that the Iranian authorities had informed B.A.C. King that she was being detained in hope of a prisoner swap. At the time of her arrest, the couple had been traveling overland from one side of the world to the other and documenting their adventure. The couple had previously said that they wanted to share their journey online to show that countries with a bad reputation are still okay to travel to. Our biggest motivation behind the vlogs, video blogs, is to hopefully inspire anyone wanting to travel, and also try to break the stigma around traveling to countries which get a bad rap in the media, they said in a post. The couple had been living together in Cottesloe Beach, Perth, having moved in recent years from New South Wales. Jolie King and Australian construction manager Mark Firkin have been revealed as the couple who have been detained in Iran. Snaps show the couple all over the world, including Malaysia, right, and Rajasthan, left. While travelling in India, the pair posted this snap of themselves on social media while visiting Goa. B.A.C. King, pictured above in Udaipur, Rajasthan, is said to be being held in the same jail as Zaghari Ratcliffe. Their adventure first began in the summer of 2017 after they saved up all their money to travel overland in an SUV from Australia to the United Kingdom. They island hopped across Southeast Asia and were toward the middle of their trip, having crossed through scenic Pakistan, India and Kyrgyzstan, inside the infamous Evin jail. Evin prison was built by the former Shah of Iran in 1972 and has a reputation as being used for political repression. It was later expanded after some political opponents overthrew him and took power in 1979. The couple were detained in Iran in July amid reports that they were flying a drone near Tehran without a permit. The woman is thought to be locked in Evin jail. Pictured in the 1980s, dissidents and members of the People's Mujahideen of Iran were hanged there, and even today the prison still operates a death row system. Most prisoners in the jail are high-profile long-term political opponents, and in some cases pawns to be used in bargains with other countries. Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe is still being detained in the prison after she was accused of spying while visiting her parents with her daughter. Others who have also been jailed for spying include British-Iranian businessman Anousheh Ashouri and Ahmaz Amiri, as well as Morad Tavaz. The couple arrived in Iran on June 30 and immediately took to social media to update the followers. In a video message they said, "We're now in Iran and we're camped on a nice hill here next to the capital Tehran. We just arrived. It's actually really beautiful. The video is no longer on the couple's YouTube channel and their fans had begun to worry about their long silence. 4 weeks ago, one worried fan posted to Instagram, "Guys, where are you? It's been a month. Are you okay?" Another said, "Anyone else worried about what happened when they went to China? It's been over a month and Jodie said they would update us as soon as they got in." A third said, "Something's definitely not right. The couple had planned return to Perth early next year. Instead, they are awaiting trial in the Islamic Republic." According to Iranian television, the bloggers' families said in a statement via Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, "Our families hope to see Mark and Jodie safely home as soon as possible. We have no further comment to make at this stage and ask that the media respects our privacy at this difficult time." The Bureau's travel advice for Iran is reconsider your need to travel and do not travel in some parts of the country bordering Afghanistan, Iraq and Pakistan. The travel warning says foreigners are of increased risk of being arbitrarily detained or arrested. The Australian government said it is providing consular assistance to the families. News of their arrest emerged Tuesday at the same time as it was revealed another British-Australian woman, an academic who studied at Cambridge, has also been locked up. That woman has not yet been identified. It is thought that both Ms. King and the other woman are currently being kept at Evin prison in Tehran, the same jail where British-Iranian mother Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe has been held on spying charges since 2016. The couple have posted amazing pictures from their account in places such as Cambodia, left, and Pangong Lake, right, all smiles. The couple had been enjoying the new freedom of their life before the incident in Iran. Ms. King has posted many photos of the travels such as Suwon Beach, left, and Kyrgyzstan, right. The arrests come amid heightened tensions between Iran and Britain and Australia. Australia only recently announced it would send a warship, surveillance aircraft and 200 trips to counter Iranian aggression in the Strait of Hormuz. UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab summoned the Iranian ambassador in London on Wednesday in order to voice serious concerns about the number of dual national citizens detained by Iran and the conditions of detention. It is thought Ms. King, a dual national whose mother is believed to live in Australia, is being kept in a ward for female political prisoners. It was also reported that the unnamed academic is in solitary confinement after she was sentenced to 10 years in prison for an unknown offense. The sentence is common for foreign nationals charged with espionage. Tulip Siddiq, Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe's Labour MP, told The Times, "This terrible news shows a clear escalation of Iran's hostage diplomacy." UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab spoke with the Iranian ambassador on Wednesday and warned of serious concerns around detention and treatment of the two women. The blogger has been detained in a ward for female political prisoners where Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe, pictured, is currently held. Mr. Ratcliffe, pictured outside the Iranian embassy in London in June, said Iran must be made to understand that hostage diplomacy is not okay. Soft diplomatic responses to Iran's illegal and inhumane treatment of British prisoners have been a failure. Richard Ratcliffe, Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe's husband, told the paper, "I complained to the Foreign Secretary last week that we'd been seeing an escalation from Iran in recent months, even since our hunger strike, publicly taking Nazanin to hospital in chains and restricting her visits and calls, new big sentences announced for other innocent people, and more British citizens being taken, even non-Iranian." He said Iran must be made to understand hostage diplomacy is not okay, and the UK government cannot keep sitting quietly by while ordinary people are being taken as bargaining chips. Travel bloggers planned jaunt around the world. Mark Firkin and Jodie King with a sign showing their planned overland journey from their humble home in Cottesloe, Western Australia to London. In a blog post, the couple said they dreamed up their route so they could visit places we've always wanted to see and try avoid the wet season. The couple began from their humble little home in Cottesloe, Western Australia, and travelled north across the country to Darwin. They shuttled over by ship to East Timor, Timor-Leste, and drove through Indonesia through to Sumatra, and then on to Malaysia. They hopped through Southeast Asia and were working their way through India, Pakistan and Central Asia, before arriving in Iran. They were next planning to transit through to Turkey and on to Europe, where they hope to drive up to Norway and down to Spain via the French Alps. Mark plans to show Jodie where he spent a winter in the French Alps, the Post said. They then hope to get the train from Calais, France, to the UK. They said, hopefully we can stretch this trip out as long as possible, as it's only so often between life's commitments that we get the chance to spend this much time exploring. Read more. Let's block ads. Why?